What's up, everybody? You're back in here with the Pro Football Pod. You've got Hulk, Coach, Austin. We're hanging out with you guys today. Today, we have the Denver Broncos 7-round mock draft, little off-season preview for you guys. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button. Everybody on YouTube tells you to do it. But we're dropping content for you every week. We want you to be able to get the alerts for that content. Go ahead, help your friends, help your family, because we're also giving away jerseys out here. Now, looking into the offseason a little bit for the Broncos, Javonte Williams walked, Cody Barton walked at linebacker, so a couple of losses there, but bringing in Dre Greenlaw filled a need at linebacker. Bringing in Evan Ingram immediately took away any hopes of drafting a tight end in the first round. Now, at some point, maybe. Brought in Hufanga from San Francisco to play safety alongside Brandon Jones, who had a really good season for him in his first year there last year. So decent, solid signings for him up to this point. Now, with only 7 picks in this draft, we got to make the most out of it. Now, most teams, that's what their base is at. 7 picks, 7 rounds. So we got to make sure we're doing right by you guys. Throw it in the comments down there if you disagree. You see the board that's available while we're going through this. Tell us who you would pick instead. We love the feedback. We like to hear it. If we should be looking at other guys more, tell us. Let us know. We will do the research.
Now, before we started the video, we talked about Amari and Hampton in the first round, and I still think that it's a great call, but Jalen Walker being there is very interesting. He's been going a little bit earlier in a lot of drafts, and linebacker is not the biggest need for them. I think that we should still potentially go Amarian. I just feel like that's something we should discuss.
Honestly, to me, it's not a discussion. I think it's Amarian.
Yeah.
Like, I like Jalen Walker a lot. But to me, Amarian is an immediate playmaker that will come in, be RB1 on day one. And for the way that Sean Payton's system likes to run, like, I think Amarian Hampton's a perfect fit in that offense.
Okay.
1,000%.
Like, I don't even have to think about it.
It's a steal in the first round.
Now
we got to lock in.
And I know we talked about this pre-show, and I did mention it. Jaden Higgins being there in the second round is intriguing to me.
They need receiver.
I don't think drafting Troy Franklin last year prevents them from taking another wide receiver. Marvin Mims is kind of what you see is what you get out of him with his size and ability. He's pretty much just the gadget player that you're looking for. Devon Vele in the 7th round had a very surprising season last year. Was very solid for them. But with the athlete like Jaden Higgins and how just consistent he is, that makes that interesting for me right here for him. Now, other positions, we can pull up linebackers since we passed on that previously. I think defensive interior is something to look at, as well as offensive interior.
So going off of best available with picking again at 85, for me, it would be... It's hard to not pick Omar.
Yeah, Norman Lott, he was really solid on the interior for them. Now, he got overshadowed a little bit because James Pierce is the one that kind of made the headlines for him. We love Demetrius Knight Jr., but with Dre Greenlaw coming in,
exactly.
I don't know if drafting a linebacker 2 needs to be as high up on your list right here. And as much as we love Tate Ratledge, their defensive line to me just needs some improvement. Like, Zach Allen is a fan favorite.
He's also 27. He's had 3 last year was a little bit to be, a little bit of room to fill. But his previous 2 seasons, 2022 and 2023, were both very solid. DJ Jones was okay last year, but he's 30 years old and he's been mediocre at best his whole career. Someone like Omar, that type of size at 6'3", 315.
It's either Omar or Jaden Higgins. And for me personally, I lean Higgins.
Yeah, with the talent, I go Higgins.
I know that Knicks had a really good year last year. He definitely could use some help, and Higgins does that for them. At this point, they have a new identity on offense.
Well, that and
Cortland
Cortland
Sutton's
Sutton,
30.
it's the last 2 seasons has been, is he on the trade block? Is he looking at getting moved? And they did move Jerry Jeudy, and they also moved Tim Patrick. So to me, Cortland Sutton, it's kind of like, how established are you with Sean Payton? So I wouldn't be shocked to see Sean Payton get another guy in
And
there. for
Jaden
him.
Higgins is the Sean Payton type of guy. I mean, he looks a lot like what Michael Thomas was in
Big body,
the
catches
best.
pretty much everything that's
Exactly.
thrown at him. He's got the speed to take the top off the defense.
We'll do it.
So with Omari and Hampton and Jaden Higgins, with how Bo Nix played for them last year, like as a Broncos fan, that offense is exciting.
Yeah.
Still got Tate Ratledge right here.
Yep. And
And
that
Jared
leaves
Wilson.
Jamari Caldwell or Ty Robinson or Jordan Phillips will be gone. But
yeah, Ben Powers has been a solid veteran, and he's going into year 7. But I mean, to me, he's just kind of been that serviceable guy for you, whereas Tate Ratledge can come in and just complete your offensive line, in my opinion.
yeah, Jared Wilson is a very, very good player. Luke Wattenberg, though, they took him 3 seasons
he's
ago,
so
and
young.
he's improved every year. He's only 27.
You know
So-
what Austin's going to say. Austin's going to say Jared Wilson.
I kind of like Seth for the Broncos system. Like Seth just seemed like he
McLaughlin
would fit it better
later. Yeah, I like going Tate here.
It's just value for it, too.
Yeah.
Like where we're picking him versus where he should go.
Jared went.
Yeah, he did. All right.
So Jamari Caldwell's still
Seth
here.
McLaughlin.
Seth's still here. Ty Robinson's still here. Honestly,
I
Ty
like
Robinson will be there when we pick again at 191.
I like Jamari Caldwell.
Yeah, I love Jamari Caldwell. Not as tall, but plays a little bit more of that B gap.
For the 3-4 defense
yeah.
that they typically run, yeah, I like Jamari Caldwell in this defense.
And we could always go Willie Lampkin or Luke Kandra.
I love me some Willie Lampkin, so I'll always say yes to Willie.
I mean, we don't really need another guard, but yeah. Let's look at linebacker and see what's there. Bear Carter. Kobe King could be interesting.
I like Kobe King as a late round prospect.
Yeah. I think that we go Jamari Caldwell.
Yeah.
It's a solid value pick right now. It's definitely a position of need for them as well.
Riley Leonard went.
This guy. Everyone's sleeping on this guy. It's just ridiculous to me.
RJ Mickens at this point is intriguing.
To help out Hufanga.
Just to give you a third safety on this team.
Yeah. Jordan Hancock as well, because he gives you a little bit of that slot help. Played a lot of slot corner, like a fucking lot. And Jaquan McMillan had a bit of an off year last year. He's an undrafted guy. He's 5'9", 183 compared to 6'1", 195. I kind of like what he can give you from like a versatility. Mickens is going to play more of that kind of like deep safety role. I think For me, I'd like to have Hancock here. What do you think,
Let's
Austin?
see. Where are we at right now? 191.
Yeah. We pick again in
You
6
like
picks.
Hancock over Craig and Mickens?
Yeah, so it's because of the slot work. Craig is a better athlete and honestly just like so good. But they're both kind of deep guys. And Hafunga, he had an off year last year, but he came from the 49ers. And the couple years before that, he was pretty locked down. They just brought him in too. So I don't think that they immediately try to draft his replacement. I know that Mickens is the better value pick right now, but based off of like scheme fit and what their actually needs are, the last couple of years of slot corner for this guy have been pretty phenomenal. I love that for them because I think that Jaquan McMillan is a more of a liability than Hafunga.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go Jordan.
You sold me.
Jordan Hancock.
All right, now we did go defensive interior earlier. Edge really isn't as much of a need.
Check out pull up linebacker.
Yeah. Teddy Buchanan
And so we're looking at
Jamon
last
Dumas.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at last pick for linebacker here. Let's see. What's the board looking like? All right, what do we got on D line just to, build out a rotation there? Ty Robinson still there for us?
And Cameron Jackson. Johnny Walker Jr. is pretty interesting as well.
I do like Johnny Walker Jr. as far as a guy just to put in your stable of pass rushers, but again, he's another one like we're looking at him with the last pick.
Yeah.
With the way the board is and just we've pretty much hit every major need to this point. Yeah, I think just build out the defensive line a little more.
I think it's Cameron Jackson. I think that the team fit, that like just complete plug to plug up the middle. I think he's going to be more of that. Ty Robinson's very strong, very tall, and is a little bit more versatile. But I feel like someone just to kind of play that B gap role. That's Cameron Jackson for us.
Yep. Let's do it. Damn, Ty Robinson still being here. That's
RJ
blasphemy.
Mickens still being here is fucking crazy. But yeah, for me, between these two, we've gone over him a couple of times. Smil Munden too. I really like Smil Munden a lot.
Yeah, Munden's real good.
I do. Between the linebackers on the board, though, Teddy's my guy.
Yeah.
Buchanan.
He's just had such a good career. Missed some games year one, but like just availability and 871 defensive snaps last year. They had him on just about every play.
Broncos fans, jump in the chat. Tell us how we did. If you don't like what we did, you see what's on the board. Tell us what we should have done instead. Let's take a look here. We got an A grade for it. Nailed, we hit offense the first 3 picks and then just filled out the defense with the rest of the draft. And okay, we got a D plus on our final pick, which lowered our grade a little bit.
Still got an A, top 14%.
Still got an A. And at that point, you're just building out the linebacker room, just putting depth there. Defensive line's going to look solid. Jordan Hancock does give you that versatility to give you some slot work. So I love what we did. If I was a Broncos fan and I saw those first 3 picks, I'm absolutely over the moon with those first 3 picks. So, guys, we appreciate you being here with us. We appreciate your time. TulsiRoseTea.com is the sponsor. Hit that subscribe button down below so we can give out jerseys to you fine people. We love you guys. Peace out.